This reading is for the sign of Capricorn from April 22nd to April 30th, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. I will be fast forwarding the shuffling. Capricorns, this is what I'm seeing for you guys from April 22nd to April 30th. It's for 1 week, the last week of April. So the first card that you've got is the Five of Cups with the Wheel of Fortune, with the Two of Swords, with the Two of Pentacles, Two of Wands, Empress card, the Hierophant, the Five of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, and the Sun card. And your overall energy is the Fool card. Capricorns, this is what I'm seeing for you guys. There might have been something in the past that was really affecting you guys from having a lot of forward movement in a lot of things that you were doing. It could be in relationships, it could be with your career, it could be with a lot of plans that you had for yourself, that you would be investing a lot of yourself and your time, your energy, your effort into. You would feel like it was not going in your favor. You were always stuck and you always had to restart all over again, and you might have gone through a long period of journey through that. I am seeing that you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana cards. So that means this last week of April is very, very, very hugely profound for you, because these are all universally fated transformations or things or events that's meant to be happening in your life during this week. So a huge, like, you might have been in a really long journey out of something failing constantly, something failing you constantly. Your efforts were being failed constant because of that one particular thing. It could be a person that you're tied to, it could be a situation that you're tied to, it could be something that you were tied to that was not in your hands, that would keep failing your efforts in other areas of your life. And now this particular week, I see that that's going to be changing completely for you. You were waiting for it. You might have anticipated this during this time for that shift to happen, but you might still be uncertain, like, did it actually happen? Because I've been suffering with it for quite some time, so I really don't think it would actually be happening. Also, Capricorns, I want to highlight that you guys, your spread is very money focused, which I'm not surprised at all, because Capricorns always about the money, which is a very good thing. You guys are always very stable, very abundant, always planning towards your abundance. So I'm seeing that something that you've been going through for quite some time, for at least 2-3 years, is actually finally coming to an end. It's taking a turn for the better, or finally completely coming to an end of the cycle. And you might be feeling that, you might have been anticipating that for it to be happening around this period of time during the end of April this year, and finally it might be happening, but you might still be uncertain, like, has it really happened? Has it really moved forward? Because you might not be getting signs yet as to whether it has happened or not, whether it's moved or not away from that situation that was dragging you down with the other things that you were putting your efforts into. Could be someone or some people that you are tied to. It could be a physical ailment, it could be different situations, or one situation in particular that was failing you in a lot of other things in your life and made you go in circles a lot. And I see that this week you will finally feel like it's come to an end, but you will still be uncertain because you went through it for quite some time without getting every time you thought it was getting better, it still went back to the same level. So you might be a little skeptical as to whether it actually changed for the better or not. So that's what I'm seeing for you guys. And I'm also seeing that you guys might be having more than one financial prospects that you've started working on. You might be undecided as to the future of it, whether it's going to be working out for you in the future. You might be weighing your options on whether it actually works for you in future. You might also be finding yourself very busy during this week from April 22nd to 30th especially. You might be finding yourself very busy. You're going to be keeping yourself very busy with the money projects. You might be handling more than 2 or maybe 2 okay, but at least minimum 2, and you will find yourself putting a lot of your time and your energy and your effort into that, and trying to juggle the other things that you need to do, like probably go get groceries or pay attention to other people at your place, things like that, which you might be finding very hard to incorporate, given the fact that you're starting out on 2 or 3 or 4 different new projects that you want to, like, you're so eager to know how it's going to go forward. And at the same time, you might be a little uncertain as to, you might have started positively, but at this point, especially during this week, you might be a little uncertain. You might be feeling inside you, okay? So I'm not saying that this is how it truly is in reality, but this is how you're going to be feeling. You're going to be feeling a little uncertain about, is it really going to work out? You are waiting for something to show you the sign that it is definitely worth your effort and it's definitely going to go somewhere forward. And it has not reached a place where you can actually for certain write it off as no, it's not going to work. But you're not being impatient, but just trying to foresee, to see a sign for yourself. It might have worked for the others, but you're trying to look at a sign for yourself. This might have been something that you started maybe like 1 to 2 to 3 months ago. You're really trying to see if this is something that has future for you. Right now it's not matured. Without getting your quarterly results, without a company being functional for 5 months or 6 months, you will not get the results. You cannot even judge it. It's not reached a point where you can judge, but you still want insight on whether it's going to be doing good for you or not at this point itself. This is definitely whatever one or both or all of the opportunities that you just started out right now, it's definitely got to do a lot with your abundance. It's definitely like huge money prospects. I'm not saying that it's definitely going to bring you money in the future. It depends on how you manage it, but it has the potential to bring you lots and lots. Like, I'm not saying in 5,000s or 10,000s, literally in millions. It has that multitude. That is the scale at which the opportunity has the potential and probability to grow into. It's definitely something that is going to bring you a lot of abundance, and you're looking into your future, whether one or all of these projects, it's worth your time, because it might be taking a lot of your time and your energy, and you might be getting a little frustrated about it, emotionally frustrated. You're going to feel that. You're going to have to juggle so much that it's really going to make you feel very emotionally unstable. Think of a person in a kitchen handling 10 dishes at the same time. You're in that mind state, something that is going to bring you a lot of potential, and I do see that it definitely does have a lot of potential. But right now is not the time for you to judge whether it's actually going to be worth it or not with your time and effort. You want that satisfaction out of just looking at it as something that will give you a lot of, like, for example, you've started a business. It's not reached 3 months yet, but you want the 3 month stats in like 1 month, like you wish you were able to project in 1 month itself the 3 month stats. You're at that place where you're trying to focus and project it because you really, I don't know if it's impatience, but you're definitely feeling that I really want to know. You're definitely onto some really huge level money projects. Also, I'm seeing that this might not be something that makes you feel very safe in terms of traditional methods. There might be, in whatever field it is that you're welling into, it might be not be something that everybody has done as the norms. Okay, this might not be fitting norms of what people have designated as the norms. So this might be deviating from normal way of going about with things. This particular project that you are into, you might be feeling that during this week that you are alone in this. So if in case you have to incur the losses for this, you will be scared. You might be also keeping it as a secret. This might be something that as of now definitely does not give you any level of stability if it had to be on its own. I'm hoping that you do have something else that you're depending on monetarily, because the opportunities that you see now, that you're working on now, that you've just started, are definitely not at the stage where I can give you the abundance, but it has a lot of promise in the future if you invest the right amount of time and effort. At least 6 months, you are definitely going to see a huge amount of profits with this. It's definitely something that goes away from the norms and the traditional norms that has been set, the norm in the field that it pertains to. So you might feel like you're alone, might not even tell a lot of people about it, might be feeling very alone when you're doing it. If in case you're somebody who is under the restrictions of societal norms and things like that, you might be feeling that, like you might be looking at that, the external situations as much higher than you, and you having to be on your own in order to handle the project all on your own. In case something went good, in case something went bad, you are all on your own, and the people within your realm that follows the traditional norms and things like that, they're not going to be supportive of it. So you might feel like you have very less of support as of now, but it definitely has a lot of growth prospects, and during this week you're going to definitely get something that gives you a new way of growth into the situation that made you feel like you are left alone against the society or against a traditional way of doing that same particular thing. You might be pioneering in this particular thing. It might be something that a lot of people have done. You are doing it in a completely the same thing in a completely different way. It's a huge risk that you're taking, and you know that you're going to be alone in this, but this week you're going to definitely get some kind of sign that's going to bring in a lot of happiness for you, and it's going to shine some light on growth prospects of it for your future, especially in aspects of it where you were worried about being alone in case something happened. Not just being alone in terms of monetarily, I'm talking about monetary losses and things like that. People shunning you and people putting you down, and you having to support yourself and tell yourself like, no, I believe in this and I know why I'm doing it the way that I'm doing it, even though other people can't see why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it. They're all sheeps, and I'm going to follow my own plans according to my own rhythm because I believe in this. It might not be tangibly showing me anything as of now. It's too young to show me anything, and I don't have to prove anything to anybody, but at the same time, all those people that you have to feel that against are people you care about. If it is people like big institutions and things like that, that will actually, if you cross check with the methods that they would be following, wouldn't really fit with how you are going about with it. So you know that in case you had to expose it to them, they're gonna either laugh at you or put you down or just discourage you, and that makes you feel, whenever you cross check and think about it, it makes you feel very disheartened. This week, by the end of this week especially, you're going to get some kind of a new way of growing those opportunities, or something is going to indicate new growth for you that is definitely going to promise like whatever dark areas you felt were there in that situation that made you feel like it's not worth it, like only you can see the worth of it. Something is going to bring in light into the fact that like it's worth you not feeling like you're alone in it, even though people can't see it as of yet. Something is going to happen this week that helps you feel the potential of it in such a way that would outdo the way that the external norms of how a particular thing is worked, okay, that particular financial thing is worked by others. It'll outdo that for you, and that feeling is going to make you feel so happy, especially looking into your future. It's going to make you feel so happy, but like because it's not there playing in your reality tangibly, you're going to be a little uncertain about it. Overall energy is the Fool card, Capricorn. So I'm seeing that you guys are definitely on your way to taking a risk. You are in a feeling very risky and very positive. There might be a lot of risks involved with it, but you are feeling very positive about it, and that's exactly what you need. Okay, so you guys are going to be doing very good this week. I just see that you are definitely somewhere in between. You're going to feel left out about the fact that you don't fit into the norms of what others would be expecting of you, and these people might be people that you value and would want that validation from, but you understand that you are coming from a place much higher than them. They might be older than you, they might be more accomplished than you, and their accolades might be something that you could feel really good about yourself, but you know that they are not at a place where they know how to appreciate this, and you will definitely get some kind of sign to the potential of whatever you're investing your time and effort into. That'll definitely give you why this is so worth it, despite the fact that this might not be something that little sadness that you have inside you about the fact that you are alone in this and people might not see you or value you for the effort that you might be putting into this. You will definitely get vindicated for that with the sign that you're gonna get. It could be a sign, it could be a spark, it could be an inspiration that gives you like, oh my god, this could actually become this also. That's how you're gonna feel. So something is gonna come about during the end of this week that's gonna give you a good feeling about, even though you're alone, it's worth it. You're already at that place, but like there's gonna be new addition to it, and this particular thing, that whatever is new inspiration that you get towards your happiness, it could also be new way of nurturing the situation, a new method of how you could go about with it, or a new thing that you could add into the project, and you are going to be so ecstatic about it. You're going to feel so positive about it. You're going to be like, oh my god, this is definitely the thing that I needed to add into it. So you're going to have a very positive outlook at whatever you're doing currently, despite the fact that it goes against the norm. Definitely starting something new, and you're definitely stepping into something new, and you're going to feel it. You're going to feel it in a big way this week, Capricorn. So that's what I'm seeing for you guys from April 22nd to April 30th. I hope you liked your reading. Thank you.